Hello, you guys. Happy Monday. First week of the month. Okay. Hello, guys. Happy Monday. First week of the month. So, I'm here to talk about self care for neurodivergent folks. If you're diagnosed with ADHD or you're autistic, I'm here to help your life a little easier and better. Because how do I know? Because I myself diagnosed autistic ADHD, and I've been working on my own self-care system for almost, 10 years. It's been a long time. And now I am finally here online, sharing it, teaching it, learning to teach it, because it's also a challenge for me to express my thoughts clearly. And I go through a lot of self-questioning, self-doubting, etc., etc., etc. And right now I'm going through a new microphone setup, so hopefully if you're listening and watching this video, it means I figured it out and I didn't quit. Woohoo! Round of applause for me for that. So anyways, I created this color-coded system for the months, and basically I used to feel a lot of overwhelmed, and I still do. And for me, my computer is making weird sounds. It has been. I don't know if you can hear it, but anyways, it's a little bit annoying, and I don't know how to stop it. I think it's just an old computer. Anyways, this video is going to be short then. So, first week of the month is something I would focus on instead of just thinking a whole month and all the things you have to think in regards to life. So I would call the first week of the month White Week, because white symbolizes to me like something clean, fresh, like empty, it's almost like a color with no added energy. It's like muted white. So think about this week as something you could use for make yourself empty some of that mental space in your operation system, which is brain. So if you could clean something up, throw something away, organize, like let's say your finances, this is a good time to do it. Beginning of the month, that's when all the bills are starting to come in. And I know you could say, hey, I don't have energy for anything. I've been doing it for a long time, so I'm a little bit more like experienced athlete, so to speak. You could start with anything, something simple, and just give yourself this explanation that you can continue next month and do better. So the goal is not to be hard on yourself. The goal is not to do everything. It's to really connect with how you're feeling right now, what feels good to you, what you have energy for, and just kind of do something little. So like today, I cleaned my bedside table. It was dusty, and I was just like, you know what, let me grab a wet napkin, and I cleaned this tray, and I have like a vase with flowers. I have my lavender spray, which I spray before go to bed. I had like some essential oil bottle there, and rose oil for my nails. And so I just cleaned that, dusted under the book. I'm reading the book, pretending to be normal, and that book is physically there. Well, it's not the only one book I'm reading, but that's the book on my bedside table. And a bed lightning remote. I have a bed with like this LED lights. So that was easy, and that literally took me a minute. I made a video about it and posted on TikTok too. So even if you do something little, maybe for you it could be taking a shower, maybe it could be literally like deleting a text message. If you're in bed and you're low on energy, if you just go through your text messages on the phone. I just did that actually a few days ago because I was already feeling overwhelmed. So sometimes I start doing it already in the end of the month to help me transition to the new month with a little bit more like, okay, let's face it, So I deleted so much stuff on my phone, and sometimes it goes in different ways. Sometimes you delete few things and you're just like, I can't do it. And sometimes you can catch this wave of like really, really like getting on it. Like I deleted so much stuff, probably like a terabyte, not terabyte. It's a terabyte on my phone. So what's like, so I basically went from 800 to like 700. I don't know what's before terabyte, you know? So I cleaned a lot of stuff, and I was just like, it just kind of feels you good. Sometimes you let go some projects you started, and by cleaning the memory on the phone, you kind of mentally letting go those ideas or unfinished things, and you know, what have you. So that's good. Another thing is finances. So in my system, I used to do finances in the end of the month, but then I realized no, that's when they start sending you all the reminders like payment due like on the first week of the month. And I was just like, no, the white week organization has to go into the finances too. And I'm gonna tell you, it took me I don't know how many years to make myself even open a bank statement. So if you're right now feeling all this like body reaction when I'm mentioning finances, I've been there. It took me so many years to even like look at bank statements. I couldn't stand even like looking at them. That's how much overwhelmed I was. And one time, a few years ago, I was so sick of kind of just like, why can't I do it? Why can't I organize my finances? Like, I like to clean my house. Why can't I just clean the finances, you know? So I just kind of got angry, and I just like got into like um watching these videos. I have this guy I follow, Ramit Sethi, for like financial advice, and he has a system how to organize your finances. And I just like binged a bunch of stuff and got super obsessed and focused because I wanted to pay off the debt I had. I had like about maybe 10,000, but still like it was sitting there. And I just like cleaned everything. Like I looked at my statement. I saw a bunch of subscriptions I wasn't using. I was shocked that it was about like $400 in different subscriptions. I just started like cleaning them, and it was annoying because some of them it's easy to cancel, some of them are not. So you kind of go on this like annoying like path of like a little bit hating yourself for like, why did I sign up for this? Oh my gosh, I've been paying for this subscription for 12 months. I literally last week called GoDaddy and realized that I've been paying for this stupid domain name for 12 months that I'm not even using. I don't even know why I registered it, but apparently I did. And it makes me mad to know I paid for nothing. And yet I am trying to be very more compassionate to say, okay, we finally canceled it. It's good, you know, no need to like be angry. It's done. So I am sure you have those things, and it's not easy to get into them. So maybe today you just listening about it, it's already a good step, you know. And if you continue watching my videos, you'll kind of hear it over and over again, and we'll do things together. So yeah, look at the finances. Like, 'cause right now I'm in debt again, which I hate, and I decided not to pay some credit cards because I need money for something else. So I'm kind of like figuring out navigating. I'll share my story later on the channel, but pretty much I got separated with my ex, who was a breadwinner for 12 years, and I was a stay-at-home mom. So I had access to money differently than now. Now I have a job that is only part-time job. He's helping me with some rent and basic stuff. So that's good, but I'm figuring out how to be self-sufficient, and I have some debt. So I have to kind of navigate through, you know, the needs. And yeah, so don't be ashamed if you have your finances not in a good shape, you know. It's okay to address it, talk about it. I feel like if you're autistic and like, or the ADHD, whatever, it's like a lot of times in my life, I felt like I am just barely keeping up. And if I do something productive, a lot of times it's not in relate to something like getting ahead. It's usually closing either past thing I started. It's almost like cleaning up the mess kind of feel. So there is this constant conflict. Like when you get some energy and you do something good, it's still kind of like not getting you ahead. It's still like a little bit painful because you like know the cost of the thing, like you just closed or you just cleaned up, so I feel it in my body talking about it. And yeah, I think we need to be very kind about that, especially if you're like self-diagnosing right now, self-identifying yourself, or just got diagnosis. There's a lot of processing, right, that's going on. I got my diagnosis 3 months ago, and I'm much more kinder and compassionate to myself, and trying to like rebuild my life to for it to work for me. There's been big changes in my life, like I said earlier, living a relationship, moving to another state. I moved from Los Angeles to Dallas mainly for the reason that it's more affordable here, because I knew I'm gonna need to figure it out how to, make money, how to be self-sustaining, and I've never done that before. So it's this new journey for me, and then finding out about the diagnosis and processing that, and really having like health challenges over the last few months. I got better. Like I am doing much better right now, to the point that I can create content and work on my online mentorship practice, because eventually I want to start offering one-on-one sessions, maybe some kind of online program for other neurodivergent folks that is palatable. I don't know. I'm still figuring out right now, but I am doing these videos as a way to show my progress. Like I'm not perfect. I'm not sitting here and just saying, hey, I've got my life together, let me teach you. I think what I'm choosing right now is to show this process of, I don't know, becoming, I think for a long time I really wanted to be this kind of get to some perfect place and then teach from there and share from there, and it never worked. I never felt like good enough. And so now I thought, well, then I'm just gonna show my imperfect self and show everything I am doing to stay afloat, to get ahead, to rebuild my life, because that's essentially like what's behind the scene is. If you're neurodivergent and you're going on a similar journey, you're probably doing the same things, and you seeing somebody else doing would be maybe more encouraging, inspiring than perfect version of me sitting here and being like, hi, 5 years ago I used to be this messy person, but now my finances are clean, my house is clean. I don't know if I ever will get there, but I don't know. I have this obsession about like organizing life. Like I want like things to be organized, and by organized I mean like feeling like like it's under control to some degree, like with finance specifically. It's like I want to have like debt paid, some money saved, low overhead, like something manageable, where I could like relax. I feel like I don't feel safe until that is done. And for me to get better with finances, I have to have other areas like in place, in check, so to speak. And that's where my R.O.S.E system comes. That system helped me all this past years to sort of like, if I get off course, to get back on course, get less overwhelmed, more connected with myself, with what I'm trying to do. And I want to help others with that too, because I think I have a lot to share. Now I see that I've been privileged to have a lot of experiences, a lot of mental help and things like that. So a lot of times I could like de-appreciate myself and be like, oh, well, everybody knows it, whatever. But then through interactions and conversations, I then realized, wow, I actually have a lot of value to bring, to share, because I've experienced a lot, and I've been working on myself for a long time. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna finish up here. Let's summarize this video on that. It's White Week in the R.O.S E self-care system. It's the week to clean, to organize. Also, a good thing would be just to go for a walk, spend some time in nature, because I feel like when we go into nature, I read this comment that I really liked under one of the neurodivergent posts, that when you go to nature, basically you feel no pressure because nature doesn't make you do anything. It doesn't want you to be anything else. And so when we're in nature, we feel that sense of just like being, and noises and stuff are not as stimulating there. Somehow they all like in harmony. So maybe you could go on a walk and walk can help you like organize some thoughts, maybe just kind of like breathe it out, move a little bit. If you have a dog, I'm sure you're doing this, but if you don't have a dog, maybe you can just go with headphones or without headphones. Just like think about things, where you are. Maybe that could be a good thing for White Week too, just get some like space by going outside, not being like in the house. So anyways, anything that resonates, do that. Leave me a comment. I really, really, really want to have people commenting on videos, because for so long I've been creating videos and like nobody commented, and I'm just like, am I just like this weirdo, like nobody cannot relate, before diagnosis? I don't know. I think maybe like before, like neurotypical people were subscribed and they were just looking at me like a monkey at the zoo, but nobody could relate. So now I was kind of jealous of other like creators who have this community and people like in the comments talking about experiences and how they can relate or how this video was helpful. And I was like, I want that too. I want to find like my people and just be myself and like do something good and be appreciated. And so I really want you to, if you have few words to say, don't be shy and say a few words if you want to, and I'll continue making videos. So, ciao, cacao!